Coming to you live from the top of the Hayes Tower, it's the CBWN 6 o'clock news. Good evening, Covetonians. I'm Robert Griffin.
And I'm Richard Spitz, and here's today's news.
In today's top story, the Coveton Police Department has noted some suspicious activity all over the city. The Chief of Police had this to say.
Reports are coming in about green men wandering the streets and causing a ruckus. We've got the situation completely under control, and we're urging residents to act as if everything's normal.
And who are these green men?
Initial reports are that there's a Hulk convention in town, and there's nothing to be worried about. Go shopping, eat out, spend money. There's nothing to fear. Calming words from the chief. In other news, a man was gunned down on the corner of Jordan Avenue this afternoon. It would be business as usual in Coveton if it weren't for the fact that he was stuck like a pincushion. Our reporter on the street, Lucy Furr, picks up the story.
What started as a leisurely stroll to an hourly rate motel ended in tragedy today as a man was murdered in cold blood and without provocation. Witnesses reported hearing a clicking noise and turning to see the victim laying face down on the pavement with a number of arrows sticking out of his back.
I couldn't believe it, man. 1 second he's crossing the street, the next second I'm ducking for cover like I'm about to get scalped. I ain't trying to mess with no Indians, man. I got bills to pay.
Police have few leads, but they are on the lookout for a man in a headdress who may or may not be carrying a peace pipe. Back to you, Bob.
I think I'll be staying away from those Indian casinos for a few days. Right, Dick?
I'm all cashed out, Bob.
Got the hunger pangs, but don't have time to wait for a Gino's Pizza? Coveton has seen an uptick in the number of food trucks driving around the city. Our very own Bob Gross hit the town recently looking for some good eats.
When you think food in Coveton, a few things come to mind. Five Guys, Togo's, Gino's, Mickey D's, all the classics. But increasingly, there are more and more food options coming to the city, and they're offering customers a wide range of food options from around the world for a comfortable price. Take this Indian food truck, for example, parked beneath the freeway overpass. Or this Puerto Rican eatery, which sells all manner of ethnic cuisine. Excuse me, sir, can you tell me a little bit about what kind of food you offer here?
Mijo, ay bendito, pero tú no ves que hay cosas raras y monstruos por ahí dando vuelta comiendo gente, mijo, muévete. ¿Dónde está mi chancleta para darle la cosa esa que viene por ahí? Dios mío, mira, nena, muévete, que al amigo mío le comieron la lengua para que cuando le comieran otra cosa no grite. Dale, vámonos, coge.
As you can see, these vendors are excited for your business. So if you're in the market for a change of pace, seek out one of the many food trucks in the city of Coveton.
Thanks for that, Bob. Boy, I could really smell the odors coming right through the screen. I'd sure like to wrap my lips around some of that mofungo he was talking about.
I hope Bob is all up to date on his immunizations. You know what I mean? Speaking of immunizations, our next story involves a man of Indian descent and a 7-Eleven. Jimmy Jones picks up the story.
What started as an ordinary morning for this 7-Eleven vendor quickly turned into bedlam when a group of juveniles tried to rob his store. Riva Hadesh has only been in the country for a few months, but now he's no stranger to petty Coveton crime.
I was just minding my own business when a mob of people came crashing through my store. There were hundreds of them, stuffing their pockets with anything they could carry.
You mean it was a small group of kids?
No, I mean there were hundreds of people screaming for their lives. They tore through my store. I think the apocalypse is coming.
It seems like we've lost the feed. We'll let you know when we... Okay, we have Jimmy Jones back on location. Yes, it was a few kids. They came in and took stuff. Now everything is okay. There you have it, folks. An immigrant gets his first taste of Covetonian juvenile delinquency. Back to the studio.
Kids will be kids.
Just some innocent fun by a few wayward youths. In tonight's Spotlight Coveton, we're going to meet Ana Rodriguez, a single mother making ends meet any way she can. Few of us know what it truly means to live in poverty. No food, no water, no Wi-Fi. Some people live in relative hell. One such person is Ana Rodriguez. A farmer's daughter, she never knew who her mother was. Fast forward 18 years, and we find her living here in the squatter's trailer park, hustling to make ends meet. When she finally managed to put down the needle and pick up a book.
Oh, for God's sakes, Cod.
The booth is telling me that we're experiencing technical difficulties, so we're just going to move on. So now it's the part of the show where we check in with Killer Cream Jar for a segment we like to call Drama Dessert. What is up, Drama Dessert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Cream Jar. Let's get right into the news. The big man on the Coveton campus is Beancrew49, and he's no stranger to the public spotlight. Being mayor of Coveton means press conferences, council meetings, and television interviews on a daily basis. But there were a few moments recently when the mayor didn't know the cameras were a-rollin'. Paparazzi footage this week captured the mayor on a little field trip to the O'Dab's brewery for what one can only assume was a brewery tour, wink wink, while he was supposed to be heading to a city council meeting. Looks like the mayor needed a little midday vacation from his all-important job. But fear not, Drama Dessert Nation, because I've secured a telephone interview with the Beancrew49. Beancrew49, is it alright if I call you Bean?
Something makes me think you're going to, no matter how I respond to that.
Now, Bean, you are aware that your little ODAP scandal was caught on tape, are you not?
It's not a scandal. I went to the brewery to make sure one of the city's most prominent businesses was up to code.
Is that a governmental code word for getting bombed out of your mind?
I don't even know why I agreed to come on these shows. I got word that there were some health code violations, and I decided to check them for myself. It was a matter of great importance.
Well, I guess you aren't aware of this paparazzi footage of you checking on the building code. Let's roll the tape.
The next 5 shots are on me, and then we're going to the dispensary. Okay, you got me. I was just blowing off some steam since the end is coming.
The end?
I mean, nothing. Everything's just fine. No problems here. I have to go.
And there you have it, folks. Remember, you saw it here first. Beancrew49 admitted to a wild weekday party, and Killer Cream Jar was the man on the case. What did he mean by the end? Now, I'm not one to speculate, but this could mean the end of his marriage, the end of his term, heck, even the end of the world as we know it. There's no evidence to support this, but what I say goes. I say the mayor has a rare form of arthritis that is slowly eating away at his bones. In a matter of days, the mayor will waste away into nothingness, and all that will be left of him is a bag of skin, teeth, and hair. This is why the mayor is off gallivanting around town instead of doing his job. It's the news, so you have to believe it. I'm Killer Cream Jar, and this has been Drama Dessert Nation, now over 2 million mindless sheep strong.
I knew there was something off about that Bean guy. Now to Gus and Sky Chopper 1 with the traffic report.
It looks like we've got a major jam up southbound on the 101 freeway. We've got traffic backed up for miles because of a Hollywood movie shooting on location. But don't worry, the jam should clear up as soon as they finish shooting their scenes. They really nailed the smell of burning jet fuel.
Looks like we're stuck here for a while, so let's kick it to Howard at the sports desk.
Thanks, Robert. Today in sports, the local sports team faced off against a nearby yet not so local sports team in order to determine who was better at throwing a ball far and fast. The local sports team threw the ball pretty fast, but the despised rivals seemed to consistently throw the ball faster, and they won the game. Sports fanatics took to the streets in anger, frustrated that the center of their universe had collapsed around them, and they roughed up the city pretty badly. I guess this is why we all need a hobby, right guys?
Okay. Thanks, Howard, for that report. Well, that'll do it for the CBWN 6 o'clock news. I'm Robert Griffin.
And I'm Richard Spitz. And that's the news. Have a great day, everybody.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting the heck out of this city before it's overrun by those monsters. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till the traffic guy comes back and I'm gonna steal the chopper. Of course I know how to fly a chopper. I played Microsoft Flight Simulator. What? This thing's on? Holy sh!